I'm Bee, and this is Bee's Intuition. And today we're going to do a spicy reading. Let's see who's thinking spicy thoughts about you and what are those spicy thoughts, okay? So please and thank you. Who is thinking spicy thoughts about the collective during this time? During this time is just whenever you see this. Please and thank you, Spirit. Who is thinking about the collective in a spicy way? And what are they thinking? Interesting. Okay. Who else? Please and thank you, Spirit. Who else? Please and thank you. Who's thinking spicy thoughts about the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. Ooh, actually, I just remembered. It's super windy today, so I'll have to weigh down these cards so they don't go flying nowhere. Okay, who's thinking spicy thoughts about the collective? Please and thank you, Spirit. That's a bit much. Maybe just like one or two cards, maybe three at most. That would be preferable. Please and thank you, Spirit. Ah. 3 cards. Hey, Spirit was listening to me. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, before I forget to show you. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Bottom of the deck, High Priestess. So I think you know that somebody is thinking about you in a spicy way. So trust that intuition, especially if any of this like resonates. Yeah, okay. So to start out, we have the 10 of Swords. So I think I'm gonna go based off of like these main cards being the people that are thinking these things, and then I'll clarify to kind of get more into it. But right now, I'm just gonna say that this is the person that is thinking spicy thoughts about you. You know, the 10 of Swords is a really dark card, so this is somebody I'm sorry, I keep feeling like a cat fuzz on my lip, but can't find it. Anyways, anyways, yeah, 10 of Swords. This is somebody that's going through a really rough time, like their lowest. I'm literally getting that this is probably, that's a weird message, okay. I thought originally it was gonna just be like a basic sort of maybe ex relationship, but like now I'm getting this is somebody that had sabotaged their own relationship with you, and now they're like at their rock bottom regretting it, is what I'm getting with that one. Okay. Then the King of Wands. Okay, this is somebody powerful, somebody charismatic, somebody that is very attractive, most likely. Knight of Swords. So 2 Swords cards that are pretty intense. So this could be relating to that 10 of Swords. It could be the same person. But this is somebody that's very anxious, maybe kept up at night, could be suffering from nightmares, PTSD. There's like a whole bunch of things that you can read into this card. Yeah, it feels like somebody that's going through a lot mentally. Interesting selection, yeah. And then the Magician card, I feel like somebody's trying to manifest you. They're trying to make that a reality, whatever those thoughts are. Okay, now let's just dive right into the clarification. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you start out with that 10 of Swords? Please and thank you. Can you clarify that for me, please and thank you? Who's this person? What are they thinking about the collective? Please and thank you. Please and thank you, Spirit. Oh, okay. 4 of Pentacles, yeah, this person was probably closed off to a connection with you. Their chakras were not open. And now it feels almost like they're clinging to you. Yeah. So I'm wondering if like these thoughts are their way of like still being connected to you in some way. I wonder if there is like some sort of spicy past with this person. If this is an ex, then it probably is somebody that you were intimate with. So I wonder if there's sort of like, it feels very much like a ruminating energy. That's what it is. A ruminating energy. I'm not getting a lot of positive vibes from this one. Well, we'll continue to see like the more spicy details, but like right now it just feels like they feel real bad bad about themselves. They feel real bad about the situation between the two of you, but they're still clinging to it in some way. I'm also getting maybe they, if they have spicy pictures of you or, whatever. Even if it is just like your profile picture on, social media. I feel like they're looking at your pictures, and I think that they're still attracted to you, so they're like gonna, use those pictures for motivation. I don't know, inspiration when it comes to spicy things. But it does feel slightly unhealthy. I'm not getting really good vibes from this person. Not to say that this person is bad necessarily. I just think that they're probably very insecure and they sabotaged the connection that they had with you. And so now they're kind of sulking and ruminating in it. Knight of Wands. Okay, so that I think is mostly what they're thinking. The spicy thoughts. Oh, okay. I'm not liking that energy so much, but I'll let you know what I'm feeling. With that Four of Pentacles, now I'm getting the energy of like, oh, I don't like that, but I'll have to be honest. Feels almost like an ownership energy. They feel like I don't know, like they either feel like they own you or they feel like they're entitled to you in some way. Or maybe they're having a really hard time like realizing that it's over between the two of you. And they don't want to accept that. So it feels almost like they're just like ruminating in this energy that's not very healthy. With the bottom of the deck being the Knight of Wands, I feel like that's probably part of the fantasy. Coming towards you in a very flirtatious way. I'm almost getting like this is somebody that wants to reunite, is possible, but also reignite that flame between the two of you. I sense, yeah, this person is definitely very attracted to you. It's interesting because I'm kind of getting more shallow vibes. Humans are complex, so it could be that this is somebody that feels uncomfortable sharing anything other than spicy moments, like somebody that's much more spicily inclined and not so much the mushy gushy romantic stuff. And I wonder if that was the issue in the past that caused this rift between the two of you, because they did sabotage this in some way. And it's like they're left with the regret and the pain of knowing that they caused this themselves. But it's like they want to still have hope for things to be reignited here. And they do want to come in and flirt with you, for sure. Now for the thoughts that they're having. It really does feel kind of like that this person is very complex. It's like they have emotional feelings for you, but they almost can't access that part of themselves. So it's like they'll sort of make it only spicy, if that makes any sense, Like those thoughts, feelings, they associate more with spicy things than emotions. And so it's like, I feel like you might even get offended if this person tries to come forward with like flirty intentions, because it's like, yeah, because it's almost like I'm getting the feeling that you wanted more. You wanted more than that. But this person maybe wasn't emotionally available, emotionally mature, wasn't able to access their emotions very easily. And as such, they And they're very stubborn. They have like this stubborn nature about them that is closed off and stubborn and sort of stuck in their ways, is the energy I'm getting. Yeah, but it's like, okay, okay, now I'm getting like the thoughts that they're having. The fantasies, I feel like, are more along the lines of like coming back in and having it be like this passionate reunion, like this passionate get together. And I do think that this is probably definitely more fantasy than reality, especially because it's at the bottom of the deck. It hasn't come out to describe this person. So I'm getting that, yeah, it's almost like, I don't know if they're confident about making this come into the 3D, you know? But it is very much that they are very attracted to you. They have spicy thoughts about being intimate with you. If they were intimate with you in the past, they're thinking back to those thoughts. I am getting a self-stimulating sort of energy with this one. What else for this 10 of Swords, please and thank you? Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you tell me anything else about this 10 of Swords person? Please and thank you. This 10 of Swords person that's thinking about the collective. Please and thank you. Oh. Well, that makes me kind of feel bad for them. You make this person very happy. And potentially reuniting with this person would make them very happy. Them reuniting with you. I'm getting almost like you were the sunny chapter in their life. Like maybe things haven't been going well for this person in general, but like you were this like break in the darkness is what I'm getting. It's almost like, you know, when there's like a cloudy, rainy day and then all of a sudden the sun, excuse me, I don't know where that came from. But yeah, I'm getting a picture of like a dark sky, but then the sun starts breaking through, and it's almost like there was an episode of sunshine and that was you. The World card at the bottom of the deck. This person is trying to transform for the better. They're trying to get on their spiritual enlightenment path, maybe start to access those emotions. I mean, happiness is an emotion, so maybe they're starting out with just like how happy you made them. And maybe that will be like the tip of the iceberg, you know, going into those deeper emotions. I just don't know if this is a mutual kind of happiness. I don't know if you felt as happy with this person as they did with you. There's like something singular about the Sun card that is striking me in this moment. I'm also getting that maybe in their fantasies, they may be thinking about pleasing you, making you happy. Also, it's very possible that when the two of you did connect intimately, it was very, very nice. And very hot. So maybe you guys just had a really good connection on that level, and that could be also why this person is sort of ruminating in those thoughts. It feels very much like this person realized that you were everything that they wanted, yet they still sabotaged things, I think because they were insecure. And then now that they have the time to reflect. I feel like you may have been the person that broke this off, because there's like this separation period, and it feels very much like this person is now realizing what they've done. And I don't think they blame you. I think they realize that this is their own baggage, this, you know, this self-sabotaging, their own mental health. Like, it feels very much like it's in their energy that the complications of this connection came out. Because I get that you're very much an evolved energy. I feel like almost like they see you as this person that is very evolved, spiritual, enlightened, true to yourself. And I also get, okay, so I'm getting online as well. So I'm getting like the message I got earlier with that profile picture idea. They could be looking at your pictures online, and that's like giving them inspiration for these spicy thoughts. I'm also kind of even getting like the energy of like a moon and sun dynamic, or like a black cat golden retriever sort of energy dynamic, where it's like one of you was maybe a little bit more pessimistic, the other one was a little bit more optimistic. And I feel like this person was probably pessimistic because they are the one that's sabotaged. But I feel like this is all coming to them now in this period of separation, and they're realizing what they've done. They are realizing how they were closed off and how happy you made them. And now it's like they're just like, I think they're trying to improve themselves. And I almost think that it's probably that self-improvement. I don't feel like it's very much, it's possible that they were inspired all on their own, but I feel like it's almost like they want to level up, they want to improve themselves so that they can come back to be with you in a non-toxic way, which is good, you know. But also I think it's really important that, you know, when it comes to self-improvement, it's good to want it for yourself rather than other people, because at the end of the day, you could make all of these changes, all of these improvements, and if the only reason that you did those things was to get back with somebody, that person has free will. That person at the end of the day can choose whether or not to take this person back, you know? And so it's like you're kind of leaving yourself a little bit, I don't know what the right word is here, but like it's very much like it's good to come at these self-improvement things from a place of genuinely wanting it, for yourself, rather than to impress somebody else or for external validation, I guess. And so I'm kind of getting that sort of energy. It's like maybe this person didn't decide to do this self-improvement work on their own, but rather your energy, the way that you are, your own spiritual enlightenment journey inspired this person, and also messing up this relationship helped inspire this person to start self-improving. Yeah. It's so interesting because it's almost like I'm not getting a whole lot of spicy energy. I'm almost getting like maybe it's just like guilt and shame. I don't know. It's like I know I can do better and I'm gonna try to do better. But it also feels like they're still like in that space of like feeling like really bad about themselves. So it's conflicting, it feels like. it's almost like they're trying to improve themselves while still holding on this like insecurity within themselves, or like a bad negative sort of point of view of themselves. So it feels almost conflicting in that way. Huh. What else can you tell me about this Ten of Swords, please and thank you, Spirit? What else can you tell me about this Ten of Swords, please and thank you? Anything else about this Ten of Swords you can tell me, please and thank you, Spirit? Okay. 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 Ah. Yes. So, Three of Pentacles, they clearly want to come back to work together with you. Seven of Pentacles, this is like a card about something requiring patience, dedication. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Oh my. Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so they clearly see everything with you. I don't know though, because it feels like there's a lack of emotion. Other than that Sun card, there's not a lot of emotion going on. It feels practical because there is three, I'm like making sure I'm holding up three fingers. Anyways, there's like three cards with pentacles, and pentacles deal mostly with like the physical reality, things that are sensible, stable, and like more 3D based. So it feels almost like I don't like the feeling, because it feels like there's a lack of emotion. It feels, and even this at the bottom of the deck is still pentacles. It's like something about this feels transactional. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like genuinely loving. And not to say that this person can't be loving, but it's like this person, I feel like, is just not tapped into their emotions like that. And it's like, why would you try? I don't know. Because it's like clearly that they want to come back to this with you. But it's like, I feel like it's lacking that emotion. And it's like, it feels hollow. It feels hollow, to be honest, is the energy I'm getting. Oh, maybe that was something that you experienced with this person. Maybe they had hollow promises or something. Like maybe they were all talk but no action. And it almost feels like they want you mostly for what you can provide them in the 3D. And I feel like that's either your attractiveness, financial stability, maybe you helped this person feel more secure in themselves. It feels like, I don't know, it's kind of yucky, you know? Like it feels like they just want what they can get from it. I don't know. But in terms of spicy thoughts, I feel like they definitely think about the two of you giving and taking in that spicy realm. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know the right words to use, so I'll just like throw out random words, but yeah. I feel like it's definitely like what they picture is like a very much like give and take sort of energy, like working together to achieve a goal. So I imagine that goal is the climax, and I feel like maybe they're willing to be patient to get to that point in terms of spicy climaxes, you know what I mean? And yeah, so I feel like, and it's interesting because I'm almost getting that like that Sun card is like mostly where their confidence lies, and so I'm almost thinking that this person is probably more, like I was getting before, like this person's more like physically attracted to you, and it's possible that you two had a good connection physically. And maybe that's like kind of like where they think that that's like their only good quality, where what they see as their only good quality is what they can provide in the bedroom. I don't like it. I mean, and not to say, again, like, I'm not getting necessarily really bad vibes with this person. It just doesn't feel like a good match, I guess. That's what I'm getting. It's like compatibility wise, doesn't feel like super compatible with you. But they are thinking about you. They do have these spicy thoughts. But it feels very shallow. There's like a shallowness and a hollowness to it that I'm not digging. With the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I feel like you could be very successful, or maybe that's how they view you. And so it's almost like they want a piece of that. Like, it's almost like if they have you, they have everything they want, especially within the home. Maybe you provided them a sense of like a sense of home, a sense of feeling like you were at home with that person, or they felt like they were at home with you. But yeah, I usually get like really positive vibes with the Ten of Pentacles, but for some reason I'm not getting super... It feels like me. Like that's I don't know why I said his. Could be a he. Doesn't have to be. Apply to any gender. But it feels like that's what this person's energy is. It's like me. What can I get out of this? What can this provide for me? And that's the energy I'm kind of getting with the Ten of Pentacles. It's almost like, yeah, I don't know. I guess like I'm getting more so that this person's a little bit more self-centered. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can always cycle back to that if I have more questions, but I think that's good for now. Okay, let's go on to that King of Wands. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for this King of Wands energy? Please and thank you. And you know, when I say like self-centered and stuff, I don't necessarily mean that that's them being a bad person, because a lot of times when we're not enlightened, we just kind of have these certain mindsets that don't allow us to see the bigger picture and don't allow us to fully connect with other people, because it's like different levels of understanding, if that makes any sense. You know, it's like, I feel like this person has good potential. Like if they put their mind to like improving themselves, working through their emotional issues, trying to find deeper meaning to things rather than just superficial, surface level things, then they do have a potential there. I'm talking about the Ten of Swords person, by the way. But yeah. What do you have for the King of... Oh my gosh. King of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh. Now I'm getting a different energy with this one. See, this is why I love tarot. Like, literally, I can get one energy with the same card, and then when it pops out under different circumstances, I can get a completely different meaning from it, because this one feels different. And by different, I mean, I feel like this person, this King of Wands, wants to give you the Ten of Pentacles. And so in terms of spicy thoughts, yeah, they want to give to you. They want to focus on you. Oh, yeah. Focus on your physical feelings. Focus on your physical pleasure. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this person really wants to give to you. I'm definitely getting a, how do I word this in a PG way? let's just say, let me make sure nobody's online or no kids or oral is coming to mind. It feels very much like that's what this person really wants to do. That's what they want to do here, I feel like. Because they really want to give to you physically. And I feel like that's like, honestly, mostly their motivation is like giving you pleasure. Like that's where that is feeling for me. I don't know if that was even a sentence, but yeah, that's what the energy is giving to me. There was another message I was getting with that Ten of Pentacles. What was it? Oh, there is like the aspect of like this person, this King of Wands, could potentially want more than just spicy stuff. I'm getting that they could also see you guys making a home together. So it's possible that this person could, if you guys start out in a spicy way, maybe there's potential for a future to build together. Because they feel like you would be very much like a very valuable part of building a home together. Like you would be like a very good person to build a home together with, I feel like. So it's almost like they have these spicy thoughts, but at the same time, they're like, and if it goes somewhere else, that's also good, you know, like that's in the back of their mind. Ten of Wands, so this kind of goes with what I was saying, like Ten of Wands is about carrying some sort of burden, but it feels like, with this context of spicy thoughts, it feels like they're willing to put in that work. They're willing to, yeah, let's just say they're very you focused. It's almost like, okay, yeah, this is what it's giving me. This person almost feels like the opposite of that last person. So yeah, you're attracting a couple of different people so far that seem kind of conflicting in terms of like their personalities, but it's probably for the best, to be honest, especially if like you weren't feeling fulfilled with that previous person, which I do feel like that previous person might have been a past person. Could have been an ex, could have been just like maybe a fling that didn't work out, but with this King of Wands energy, I'm almost getting, yeah, it feels more new. It feels more new, fresh, like maybe somebody that you haven't been with. Yeah, but it's like they're willing to put in that work to get that payoff, and that payoff is a climax, okay? Ooh, I'm getting marathon. Like this is what they're picturing, like the two of you coming together, having a marathon of spicy things, okay? I like that energy. Okay, Spirit. Okay. So in the Ten of Wands, he's about to lay down his burden. And you could say maybe he's trying to take a load off. Apply that as you see fit. So I'm almost getting, so either this person, this one is getting really specific and really detailed. So either this person can go multiple times, or if they can't go multiple times, they want to make sure that you reach your climax before they reach theirs. Like this is somebody that's giving to you. Very much. And I'm getting, and you know, this may not be what you're into, but if you are, then this is good news, because it's like giving me very much that they want to release a burden. No, that's not the right word for it. Release this, okay, I'm just gonna say, release this load inside of you. Let's just say that. That's what I'm getting. Very, very strongly. Like they want that sort sort of connection where it's like, very raw. Just, you feel the connection and, no, Spirit, why did you have to tell me that? Okay. I'm getting the phrase. What a mercy. Okay. I'm getting the phrase. The way nature intended with that one, with that message. Okay. Yeah. What else can you tell me about this King of Wands, please and thank you, Spirit? This one's a spicy one. I guess it makes sense because, like, the King of Wands is somebody that is, like, very passionately driven. So I feel like this person probably is very passionate about the way that they feel about you. Two of Pentacles in the reverse coming out. That's interesting. Okay, I might clarify that, but off the bat, I'm getting... This is a weird message. What the heck? Because, like, the Two of Pentacles upright is very much like, let's try and balance things out here. But in the reverse, in this context, it's giving me, like, very much like, how do I even word that? Like, okay. Like, they don't want things to be balanced in the way of, like, oh, okay. I think I'm getting it now. They don't want things to be balanced in terms of give and take. They want to be the one giving. That's really interesting. I feel like that's not a common message that I get with, like, the spicy readings. Like, it feels like this person, that, you know, I think that probably, like, where their passion lies, where their, like, fulfillment spicily lies, is through giving you the pleasure, it feels like. So it's almost like maybe they don't want you to feel like you have to give back to them the same way that they give to you. Because, like, maybe you would feel like, oh, you're spoiling me so much, like, let me give back to you in some way. But it's almost like this person's like, no, let me just keep giving to you. I mean, honestly, okay. If you're both into that, then why not, right? That's interesting. Especially because this is a masculine energy that I'm picking up on. So it's like, I don't know, is this rare? I feel like this is slightly rare for a masculine energy to be so giving. And it's like giving focused, you know? Like, that sounded weird how I worded it, but, like, you know, like, it's focused on giving, you know? That's their, like, point of view of this. Two of Wands, bottom of the deck. Oh. So, it's possible that this person is planning to make this come into the 3D. It's possible that this person could be currently building up a plan to make these fantasies become a reality. Yeah. Also the Wands. This is the King of Wands. Wands here. So there is a lot of attraction, a lot of passion. They really, I'm getting, like, this is such an interesting message that I'm getting from this card because it's not at all really related to the card and what it means, but I'm getting very much that they love your body. I don't know, maybe it's the way that the clothes cling to you. Like, maybe they see you in certain outfits and they're just like, you know, like that, like, okay. There's something about that, like the way your body is just like either ideal for this person, like you're exactly their type. Like, I get like they wouldn't change a thing about you. That's so interesting. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, that's actually really sweet. I'm getting that they want to, like, worship you. Like, that's the energy of this King of Wands. It's like they, I slightly obsessed to a degree. I don't think it's necessarily a negative type of obsessed. It doesn't feel like it's like impacting anybody negatively, really. But it's just like they really like you. Like, you got it all, is what I'm hearing. You have it all. Because it's like he's holding a globe here, and you know, like, it's like he has the world in his hand. And it's like if this person was able to get with you in that way, they would feel like they had won at life, you know? Like, they feel like, I can't explain it any other way. Like, they feel like that would be, like, I get the image of, like, somebody after said spicy moment, they would be like, well, now I can die happy. Like, it's almost like that energy. It feels very much like, well, my dreams just came true, so that's as good as life is gonna get for me, like, you know? But in a, like, a funny way, not in a sad way. Like, it's very much like a silly kind of way. But yeah, they see you as having everything that they could possibly want in a partner. And that could be applied spicily or intimately. It does feel like very much attraction based though, so maybe it is just that. I'm actually going to see if there's anything else that comes out for that King of Wands. Please and thank you, Spirit. Anything else you can tell me about that King of Wands? What are they thinking about that collective when it comes to spicy thoughts? What are the spicy thoughts about the collective, this King of Wands? What are they thinking? What are they thinking? What are they thinking about the collective? What are they thinking about the collective, all about that? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think that there was one. Oh, here, that flipped over in here. Okay, cool. So, okay. Ooh, I actually really like when the Knight of Pentacles comes out for spicy readings, because it's like, this person is willing to take their time. They're in no rush. Like, oh my gosh, if this actually happened in real life, they would just be like, I'm getting like that they would literally cancel all their plans for the rest of the day or whatever. Or maybe the weekend, I don't know. I don't know your guys' life. But like they would clear their schedule for you, if you know what I mean. Like, that's it. That's all I'm gonna focus on today, this weekend, whatever. Just you and me, baby. Like, nobody else is gonna be interrupting this. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna spend their time. They got their eyes on the prize, baby. That's what they're definitely thinking about. It's just taking their time with you. And this is also very interesting because following that Knight of Pentacles, hold on, I gotta try way down these cards, is the High Priestess and the Moon. That is incredibly fascinating to me. High Priestess and the Moon, yeah. Because like these are very much kind of similar energies. Like, the Moon is very much intuition based. The High Priestess is very much intuition based. The High Priestess has that like feminine moon energy. The Moon has that like more feminine energy. Oh, okay. Because these both kind of have something to do with secrecy as well. So, I think that they want to have a little bit of something on the down low when it comes to you. Not to say, I'm not picking up on the, like, yeah, it's not any negative energy. Like, I wouldn't say that this is because they're trying to hide something from you or vice versa or whatever. It feels like, I don't know, it's something about maybe having to keep it secret at first if the two of you were to come together. Maybe it's like your dynamic outside of this connection. So maybe you work together, maybe you both live in a community with maybe nosy neighbors. I don't know. It feels like, yeah, it feels like we would have to keep it on the down low. We would have to keep it a little bit secretive. But also, this actually is good. Also, the last one that came out for this King of Wands was the Nine of Cups. So there is emotion. There's actually quite a bit of emotion. High Priestess, Moon, and Nine of Cups. So, also wish fulfillment. So yeah, you literally would be a wish fulfillment for this person. And I get that, like, yeah, in more than just one way. More than just spicily. You would be their wish fulfillment. So if the two of you got together as in a relationship, wish fulfillment. Because there is emotions with that. And there could be also, I'm getting like, the High Priestess could be how they view you. You may be somebody that's quite mysterious. Somebody that's spiritual. Somebody that's like has this like mystical, mysterious energy to you. And so that could like make them curious about you. But it also could be that maybe they don't know exactly how you feel about them because of that mysterious nature that you have. But it's almost like maybe you don't know how they feel either. So it's almost like, I'm getting like maybe you two see each other, you're attracted to each other, but maybe you don't let each other know. Because it feels like, yeah, maybe you both kind of like feel something for one another, but you're both kind of being secretive about it, not letting it be known. And that would make sense if you guys like have some sort of like co-worker dynamic or something like that. And so maybe it's a little bit awkward to like bring it up. And so you're like, you know, you're both kind of just like, I don't want to be the first to bring it up and then have the other person like feel uncomfortable or, you know, not feel the same way or whatever. But I feel like, I honestly really like that the High Priestess came out with the Moon card, because it's almost giving me like, the two of you would be very compatible. And that could be spicily, and that could be in terms of a relationship, because it feels like you both have very similar energy. A mirroring type of energy even. You guys might actually be quite similar. And maybe you don't realize that at first, or based on, you know, the surface or whatever. I'm getting very much like, don't judge a book by its cover with this energy. It's like, so maybe you both kind of assume something about one another, and so you're like, you think a certain way about them, but then it's like maybe you get to know each other more and you're like, oh, actually we have all these things in common. That's really crazy and cool. Also, I'm getting like, this could be like a psychic connection, some sort of intuition based connection. You might both feel that kind of sense of like, I'm being very drawn to this person and I'm not quite sure why. I'm starting to think that maybe you also have spicy thoughts about this person. Let's be real. Let's be real right now. You're thinking about somebody spicily. I see that. Yeah, because you guys are giving very much... Oh no. Okay, I'm getting very much that you might both be givers when it comes to spicy stuff. Okay, that's kind of cute and kind of funny, because it's almost like I almost like see like two people in a bedroom, and it's like, let me give to you, and it's like, no, let me give to you, like, no, let me give to you. And I feel like that could be like, that could just be like hypothetical, but if it were to be in reality, I feel like that could definitely happen for you guys. Like, you both are like, no, I want to give to you, no, I want to give to you, and it's like one of you has to give here. Like, one of you guys has to receive, one of you guys has to receive, one of you has to give. And it's like, I feel like you're both very much giving people. And this could be applied to outside of spicy stuff as well. Maybe you're both very charitable personalities or something, giving to just like everyone in general. Oh. Another message, side message, unrelated to spicy stuff, but you might both be people pleasers. which could be a bad thing, could be something that you bond over. I don't know. I don't think it's with... I feel like a sense of enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment with these energies, so I'm feeling like you probably both at least know that you're people pleasers, and maybe it's something that you're trying to fix, like, or work on within yourself. But yeah, you might both be kind of like very similar in that way, where you both are very giving. And I'm getting with the 9 of Cups, like, I feel like you both are very much individuals. Like, you both, you're both very much able to make yourselves happy, and now I'm getting that in a self-stimulation sort of way. Maybe you both know how to ring your own bell, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I get like very much like independent energy between the two of you. Like, you're both independent, but you're both very much like compatible as well. I don't know, it's a very interesting dynamic you guys have. Also, that could be something that they find very attractive about you, is the fact that you have this sort of independence about you, this self-fulfilling energy. Like, you're very much able to fulfill yourself, very much able to like take care of yourself, and you're happy being independent. And I feel like that's something that is very attractive to this person. Yeah, it's almost like they like the fact that you don't need them. Like, that you are good on your own, and like this person would just be like a cherry on top of the sundae kind of thing. Like, not necessary, but like still nice, you know, still a nice addition. And so it's almost like giving me the energy of like, ooh. I'm even getting like, you may not be afraid to tell this person how you like things. You may not be afraid to tell this person if they're doing something that you don't like or that you do like, and maybe that's like really hot to this person. The idea of like you telling them what to do, or the idea of you telling them what you like, how you like things. That's very nice energy. Oh, 10 of Wands again. So yeah, this person... Oh, now I'm getting that they want to serve you. Okay. Like, literally this person I think might be a bit of a simp for you. Not to say that's a bad thing. I love me a simp. But it feels like very much like the guy in this picture, I'm getting like that he's the reason why he's carrying all of this weight on his shoulders and stuff is, I feel like it's for you, you know? Like, it's like that's how this person, I don't know, like, this person's willing to put in the work, willing to take on a burden, because it's like, it's to serve you. Like, literally, it's like they want to serve you. It's very much like, my queen, my king, let me take care of you. Your majesty, let me... That was like a orangey, brownish... Come on, Buggy. Get off of me. Buggy. Come on. You too. They tickle. I don't want tickly buggies on me. Thank you. Okay. Anyways. Distracted by ants again. Yeah, it feels like they want to serve you. Like, there's like this hyper focus on you and your pleasure and like doing the work for you. I wonder if like you're very much used to being like the opposite. Like, I feel like you're very much like a giver. And so maybe that's like different for you. Like, you know, being with somebody that wants to give to you for a change. And maybe like that's kind of how they see it. It's like you deserve to be given to. I'm also thinking that maybe this person would, if this were to go into a relationship even, it feels very much like they would spoil you in ways that are outside of the bedroom as well. It feels like they just want to give you everything. This person's really into you, okay? Oh, I'm just trying to die. Okay, now let's go into that Nine of Swords energy. Please and thank you, Spirit. What do you have for that Nine of Swords? Please and thank you. Who's thinking about the... Ooh. Okay, that might be too many. Yeah, they all came out reverse. I don't trust that. Please and thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Two of Swords. Clarifying the Nine of Swords. Somebody's not sure about something here. There's a blindfold, so that's a possible for excuse me, that's a possibility for like spicy stuff, blindfolds. It's giving me very much that somebody is anxious and indecisive. I wonder if it's like, I'm almost even getting maybe somebody feels bad about their spicy thoughts about you. Or like maybe they feel like they shouldn't have those thoughts. Because it feels almost like a guilt or a shame attached to this. And then there's the confusion aspect of that Two of Swords. So it's like not only are they feeling kind of guilty and ashamed, but it's like they also are confused. Like maybe they don't know like what they feel about you. Maybe they're not sure if it's just spicy feelings or if it's emotional, or maybe there's like a combination there. Bottom of the deck, Tower card. So that's very interesting. So this is interesting. I thought that this one could potentially be connected to that Ten of Swords energy, but I'm actually getting a whole different storyline with this one. This is a third energy, I want to say. What the heck? Because right now I'm getting like, I'm going to just say what I'm feeling. I feel like this third person that's thinking spicy thoughts about you might be attached to someone. Because it's like they feel this guilt, this shame. So it's almost like they feel like they shouldn't be having these thoughts, right? But then there's like an aspect of confusion, like, do I really want this? Like, do I want these thoughts to become a reality? Do I want to actually try to pursue this in the 3D? And then there's like that sense of confusion here. And the Two of Swords could be like two different paths that this person has to choose between. And so it could be very much like their current relationship or person and you. And they're like, I don't know. And then it's like the Tower card being at the bottom. The possibility of making this become a reality could completely change everything for this person. Shake up their life entirely. Like, yeah, I'm getting like, it definitely would not be a simple transition to make this become a reality. It feels like very much like there would be a lot to it, you know? It would be intense. It would be impactful. It would not only affect them and you, but somebody else as well. Like, it feels like a greater shakeup than just it being isolated between the two of you. That's so interesting. With the Tower card in terms of spicy thoughts. Oh. Because there is a sort of aggressive energy that I'm getting with this Tower card. And at first I thought maybe this was like maybe a third person, you know, if the two of you were to, you know, hook up or whatever. In the 3D, it might cause somebody else to be upset. But now I'm getting, maybe they like to take on a more dominant role when it comes to spicy things. So that could be what they're thinking of, is like taking control, calling the shots. And it's so interesting as well because it's almost like this is such a weird. Sometimes I get these downloads that are so hard to articulate, but it's like I almost see. Let's put this in like a spicy frame of mind. So that tower, um, sturdy, strong, upright, phallic even. uh, it's almost like this person, their spicy thoughts are like the bullet in the gun. I don't know. This sounds weird. It's like there's so much more impact behind these thoughts than just them being thoughts. Like I don't know how to like even explain that. Like it's like when they have these spicy thoughts, it could be that it's all consuming. Like maybe like they're very, very, very much into the spicy thoughts about you. But it feels like they're afraid of it. There's like a fear of those spicy thoughts because it feels like they're dangerous. I don't, and not to say that this person is dangerous, but it's like this person's fear is that those spicy thoughts that they have about you are dangerous. And I guess that would make sense if they're in a relationship or some sort of connection with somebody, and you know, it'd be risky to say the least, you know, if they were to pursue that in the 3D while being connected to somebody else. And so that could be what they're referring to about like that dangerous aspect of it. Like it definitely feels like it's not simple. Like this connection that they feel with you is not simple. There's complexities to it. And those complexities I think confuse them, cause them anxiety, cause them feelings of shame and guilt, confusion. Interesting. What else can you tell me about this Nine of Swords, please and thank you? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Queen of... Ooh. Oh. Yeah. There is somebody else here. And this is not a very positive energy. There's something about this third person. So this energy that this person is attached to currently may have some sort of control issues, may feel very like it feels almost like a feeling of ownership of another person. So it could be that this person is very like territorial of the people that they date, controlling, possessive, that's the word. I'm getting even slightly manipulative energy. Like somebody knows how to bend the facts here. Yeah. Because Queen of Swords upright is not, you know, not a bad person. Somebody that's like very clear cut, straightforward, knows what they want, clarity, honest. But in the reverse, it's like kind of turning those qualities on their head. And I feel like somebody could lie to maintain control. It feels like somebody that definitely likes control. I mean, it is possible that this is that person, you know, because I did get that sort of dominant sort of energy before. But it does feel more so like this is somebody they're attached to. It's possible that this person is toxic and or / abusive. I don't know. I'm almost even getting... That's interesting. This is a very complicated one here, because it feels almost like maybe they're not happy in their own relationship or connection or whoever they're connected with. And so it's almost like they use you as an escape from their own reality. And that's kind of sad. But it feels like they feel like they're stuck with this person. And so like they feel like they can't ever make this become a reality. They can't ever act on this, but they still have these thoughts. They still have this desire for you physically. And it feels almost like that Queen of Swords is the blockage of like making those thoughts become a reality. It feels very much like this person is going through it, you know, not very happy in the relationship, and so it's like they need something to fantasize about, something to kind of take them out of their mind, out of their body, out of their reality. That's kind of sad, honestly. I feel kind of bad for this person. 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so that could indicate that this Queen of Swords in the reverse is somebody that they are in a full-blown relationship with. Yeah, that could definitely be a part of this. Okay, I'm getting multiple messages. So it's almost like they're connected in a relationship. This feels like a very serious, developed relationship. Like, yeah, like this feels like official relationship, you know what I mean? Like Facebook official, let's say that. But it's like, that's on the surface, but underneath, their true desire when it comes to that sort of connection of like a relationship, I feel like it's you. And that's where all of this chaos and confusion and anxiety and feelings of guilt and shame come in. It's like they feel stuck in their situation and they don't want it, but they want you. The Wands too, they're probably very attracted to you, but it does feel like they do have feelings as well. Also, the 1111 symbolism of this card could indicate that they feel like you are their twin flame. And when it comes to twin flame journeys, they are a little bit more complex, not super straightforward. And there's like complications typically associated with twin flame connections. Yeah, so it's yeah. So it feels like kind of like this person's like living a double life. And not to say that they're like actively cheating on their partner, but it's like they're mentally gone from that partner. And that's really sad to me. It's like they're there in body, but not in soul. That makes me kind of sad. Like, nobody deserves to be in a connection where they're miserable. But it's like they're afraid of stepping outside of this connection. And it could just be because that person is very controlling, manipulative, harsh, mean, aggressive. It could be abusive, so it could be like that they are in a really rough kind of dynamic with their own relationship, and so it's like, oh, that's interesting. I just happened to like kind of touch the cards in a certain way, and then it revealed underneath 10 of Cups. So yeah. Oof. Yeah. Like if this is their connection with the person that they're with currently, it's like that's on the surface, but underneath is their happily ever after, which I feel like would be with you. And that's where the complication comes in. Because it feels like they're living a lie. That's what it feels like. Oh my gosh, this is so sad. And I should feel positive energy when it comes to this card and this card, because they're very positive messages typically. But I get this sense of like sadness and like this is just, if they want this with you and they want this with you, it's like so far from the reality. The reality feels dark and heavy and sad. That's really sad. I feel bad for that person, dude. But yeah, in terms of spicy thoughts, okay, weird. Well, I guess this could maybe make sense with the context, but impregnating? That feels like very much like perhaps a kink of theirs, or maybe just specifically with you. That's what they're thinking of. So, I know they're dropping a load off somewhere inside, indoors. Okay, if you know what I mean. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Okay, because there is like a feeling of like growing something between the two of you, and I feel like it's very much like this person could see themselves having a family with you. That's crazy. It literally feels like this person is like split in between. Like, I feel like this person has two faces to themselves, or like two personality. Like, it literally feels so weird. It's like they're one way in the 3D, but it's like in their mind, they're like living this whole nother life with you where they're like, you know, living happily ever after and feeling like it feels way more than just spicy thoughts. And I think that's probably why this person feels so guilty and shameful, is because like I honestly think that this person might be a little bit delusional, or like, and maybe this is just their way of coping with their situation, is just dreaming of a better existence. Oh my gosh, this person is breaking my heart, dude. Ugh. Because yeah, I can't even get like a straight spicy thought, because it's almost like every time they try to think of a spicy thought, the romance comes in, the emotional aspect of it comes in, and they just like see you two being like soulmates and running off into the sunset together and building a family of your own and having a happy life together and feeling fulfilled. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to move on from this energy because this one feels really heavy to me. Like this, surprisingly, this energy feels a little bit more heavier than the 10 of Swords that we had earlier. Because this one feels like just, it is like an overwhelming feeling of hopelessness. I don't know. That one really breaks my heart. I'm so sorry for that person. Oof. I wish them the best. I hope they are able to get out of that situation at some point so that they can actually live their life that they want to live. Because it feels like their three-dimensional self is, it's like a dead man walking. That's literally the energy I'm getting. Like, and I'm sure like that is like a saying that means something else other than that, but it's like, it feels like this person is like a zombie. Like, it's like they're completely mentally checked out of their relationship, but they're like, they're going through the motions. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm moving on from that one because that's just really sad. I wish that person the best though. Damn. Okay. We're not expecting that one to be so deep, but yeah. Okay, let's go on to that Magician card. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify the Magician? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Broski, though. Like, just look at these, like, first three that are coming out for this person. Like, what? Are you kidding me? For the Magician. So, first off, the first one that popped out is the Magician, for the Magician. So, somebody, ooh, they've got the power. They've got the power for manifestation. And they're manifesting, I think, spicy thoughts. They want those thoughts to become a reality. But it's deeper than that. The Two of Cups. That's some serious emotions here. Also, the World card came out with that Magician. So it's like they've had to do a lot of evolving, a lot of spiritual enlightenment. Like, this is a process here that this person went through to become the Magician. This is somebody that is very much based in the desire of, like, wanting to improve themselves. And I'm wondering if it's specifically for you. It feels like there's a reason. And I mean, there's probably mutual feelings between the two of you. This could be that King of Wands energy that we had earlier, but not necessarily. It could be completely different energy. But there's like a back and forth with that Two of Cups. I'm getting that. Okay, so this one's more of like a more equal, balanced sort of dynamic in terms of spicy thoughts. They're probably just thinking about, like, you give me a little something, I give you a little something. You know, like, it's like definitely more back and forth compared to that King of Wands energy. So it could be definitely a different energy. Or, because, like, when it comes to these types of things, it could always just be this person at a different time. You know, it could be the King of Wands just at a different time. Maybe their fantasies change, you know? I don't think we always think the same fantasies all the time. So maybe it's like sometimes they think of just like focusing completely on you, and maybe sometimes they're like, okay, let's have a little bit of a back and forth give and take. This one is so interesting too, because it's like the Empress came out. So the Empress is usually depicted as somebody that's pregnant. So I think that has something to do with their fantasies here. Yeah, another message about impregnation. Impregnation. Is that even a word? Impregnating. I don't know. And then the Six of Wands. Somebody really likes you. They want. Okay, so this is kind of giving me the same energy of that King of Wands. So I'm almost wondering if this is the King of Wands, because it's giving me very much like, let me worship you. Let me show you how special you are to me. Let me show you how amazing you are. Let me give you everything that you deserve, because like they see you as the Empress, so like clearly you deserve everything in this person's mind. And so it's like that's what they want to come in and like give you. They want to give you everything that your heart could desire, especially when it comes to spicy stuff. There's a lot of attraction with that Six of Wands. Yeah, and the Empress is incredibly attractive. I'm getting an emphasis on the hair. They probably really like your hair. Something about your hair, maybe it's the hairstyle, hair color, hair texture, something about it is very captivating to them. Maybe it's how it smells. Which is a little bit of a weird one, but like, you know, it doesn't have to be weird. It could be just like, you know, for instance, being out where it's windy, maybe they catch a whiff, you know, in the breeze, like, ooh, like, is that a new shampoo? Like, you know, like whatever. But it's interesting because that's all followed by the Eight of Swords and then the Five of Cups. Well, with the Eight of Swords, there is a blindfold and there is like tying up. Like a, there's, okay, hold on. Cards are flying. Okay. Yeah, so this could be spicy stuff where they're thinking about tying you up, blindfolding you, all that kind of stuff. That could be definitely a part of it. But it also gives me a little bit of an overthinking vibe. There is a certain amount of pessimism with the Eight of Swords. Because it's very much like this person feels like they can't escape this, even though they can. They just believe that they can't. But I'm also getting like a second message that's sort of like that, but it's more so like, I don't know how to even word this. Like they want to be stuck with you, or like or maybe they want, maybe that's their thing. Maybe that's their thing. Maybe they feel like, that they would like to, it does feel like maybe a little bit more of a dominant energy potentially, like where they want to like have you tied up, have you blindfolded, and like maybe like I don't know. It's like it feel okay. Now I'm getting like more so of like a playful energy where it's like the idea that you're like trapped, I guess, or whatever. But it's like I think it's just for the you come back here, mister. Okay. Sorry about that, the wind picked up. Oh, jeez. Have my headphones been like this the whole time? Okay. Well, whatever. Whatever. Okay. Now I'm getting more so like maybe it's more along the lines of like the illusion of like not having any control, but like okay. When it comes to dom and sub sort of dynamics, people that practice it in an ethical way, I'm not talking about an excuse to just be abusive to your partner, because that's another whole demographic of people that say that they like to be a dom, but they really don't do proper care for their sub, and that's a whole thing. So it's like this feels like a proper dom sub dynamic, where it's like they may like the idea of the illusion of you being trapped, and maybe you like that. I feel like it's mostly because you like that, and so it's almost like it feels like role play, pretty much. Like that's what I'm getting. It's like I get like okay, I'm gonna just act it out a little bit for you. not the whole thing, but obviously. But you know, it's almost like, okay, let's say you're tied up and you're like, oh no, I'm trapped. You know, it's kind of like that. You know, like you're not really trapped. Like you could probably like wiggle your way out of it, or you know, say, hey, I'm not feeling it, let's stop, and then they'll stop and like untie you and stuff. Like it feels like that. Like it feels like the idea of like, yeah, like just that, like, you know, like it being like, oh, I'm so helpless, whatever shall I do? It's giving very much like I don't know why these like examples are so weird, but it's like, you know those old-timey cartoons where it's like there's like an evil man that's like, I don't know, like it's like a stereotype or cliche in like old cartoons where it's like the woman tied to a railroad track. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Can't talk. Okay. A woman tied to railroad tracks, and like the guy with, and the villain has like a mustache, and he's like, haha, I'm in control, I'm gonna make the train run over this lady, and unless her one true love can come and save her before, you know, whatever. You know, like it's usually the main character that's like trying to get his girl from the railroad tracks, and the villain's like controlling everything, like, ha ha ha, you'll never succeed, Mr. Person. And then the hero always comes in and rescues the lady. And it's like, where was I going with this? Like maybe that's like the idea of the role play, I guess. Like maybe like that you're gonna be rescued, or maybe they want to pretend to be the villain, like, haha, you're all tied up now, what are you gonna do? Like, it feels like honestly way more lighthearted than like what I usually get from this card, because like usually this card is like feeling trapped and like, you know, in a more negative way, and like being stuck in the mind of like, I'll never get out of this situation, blah blah blah. But it feels like that's like the idea of the role play. I don't think that this is genuinely them or you, like in a serious way. I feel like this is the idea of the role play that they're fantasizing about, and it feels like very much like you're both in on it. Like, it doesn't feel like it's definitely consensual, let's just put it that way. It feels like it's just like a fun little role play, spicing up things a little bit, you know, doing a little bit of something. Now with the Five of Cups, this is an interesting card to come out. I might clarify this one. Excuse me. Because this one is a card of usually like either depression, pessimism, feeling like, you know, emotionally disappointed. Which doesn't feel very fun or spicy. But let me try and look at it from a spicy perspective. Okay, that's an interesting message. It's kind of a complex message to this one, where it's like, I'm wondering if this person has feelings for you that are deeper than just spicy, but it's almost like they're worried that you may not feel the same, and maybe they are worried that you would only be into the spicy part of it. And so if that were the case, they would feel like this sense of like emotional sadness, disappointment, because it's almost like, yeah, it's like they want more than just the spicy stuff, but it's almost like maybe they'll try and play it off like if you were like, oh, I'm like, say you guys become like friends with benefits or whatever, you know, just like casual spicy stuff only, kind of dynamic. And then it's like you say something to this person like, oh, I'm so glad that we're never gonna actually be in a relationship, because, you know, I'm so happy with just this dynamic where we don't have anything serious and we're just, you know, having fun and blah blah blah. And then this person might try to play it off like, oh yeah, I totally don't want anything more too, like, yeah, but like inside they're like crying and like their heart is breaking, like, oh, they don't want to be with me, I thought that maybe we were building a connection. So that's like kind of the energy I'm getting. Because it's like, I feel like they would be more than happy to do all the spicy stuff, but I feel like there's like a desire for more at the same time. Yeah. Or maybe this is just like what they're telling themselves, is like that you would never want anything more than just spicy stuff. And that could be getting them kind of in their head and feeling a little bit down or pessimistic about it. Bottom of the deck being the Knight of Swords. That is telling me that this person wants to make this a reality, this fantasy, this spicy thoughts that they're having. Because they want to come in, they want to communicate, and they want to communicate like they have an intense desire to communicate. There's something about speed. And so I'm wondering... I'm wondering, there's a few different messages I'm getting with that. In terms of spicy stuff, is like, they may worry, especially if you're very attractive to this person, they may worry about not lasting long enough if this were brought into reality. Because you're very attractive, things are gonna happen, and they may not feel super confident about their ability to hold in there, hang in there, you know? So they're potentially worried about that. But with speed, can't talk. With speed being a part of this, it could also be that they want hot, steamy, fast-paced, kind of like 3D moments. Also them talking, because like this very much has to do with communication as well. So they could be trying to communicate that they think you're attractive, that they want to make this become a reality. They may even, you know, share certain thoughts they've had about you. It depends, I think, based on your dynamic. But yeah, but I'm getting like if they do come forward to communicate, either about their interest in you or their fantasies that they've been having about you or whatever. What was that message? I lost it. Let me try to grab it again. Oh, it may be impulsive, is what I'm getting. Like, because although they've been doing stuff in the background, like this magician energy, like they've been developing themselves and working on themselves and stuff like that. It feels like maybe they'll hit like a point where they're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. You know, what's the worst that could happen? You know, it feels very much like that kind of energy where they're just like, I'm just gonna go for it. So you may be surprised even. You know, if this person comes forward and communicates this to you, you may be, you know, like, oh, this is kind of coming from nowhere, you know? But I feel like it's been in their mind for quite some time. But it's like, yeah, you may find it surprising, or you may feel like it's sudden, you know? But from their perspective, I don't think it is sudden. I feel like, yeah, it feels like a buildup that's been happening for quite some time, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna clarify that Five of Cups just to see if I'm like on the right path with that. Yeah, please and thank you. Can you clarify? The wind's going pretty. Okay. Can you clarify that Five of Cups for me, please and thank you, Spirit? What is that Five of Cups trying to tell me? That's interesting. Okay, so now, since the Knight of Swords is clarifying the Five of Cups, now I'm getting a different message where it's like maybe one or both of you. No, it feels like maybe one of you went through some sort of heartbreak, either recently or in general, like maybe within the last year or so, because it feels like emotional disappointment followed by this like intense communication. I might go further with that to clarify. I'm also getting, there's the potential that you two had a past. Maybe one of you guys emotionally disappointed the other. But now it's like you might want to try and reignite that or something. Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. This person is clearly determined to come towards you. But like, what does that have to do with the Five of Cups though? Because it's like, the Five of Cups is about disappointment. So it's like, why would that influence them to come towards you? You would think it would be the opposite, right? You would think that if somebody's disappointed, they wouldn't want to come towards somebody, because they would have to work through that feeling or whatever. It's possible that maybe they see you on a day where you feel a little bit off. Oh. So, okay, now I'm getting a different message. Okay. There's so many messages, which makes sense because this is for the collective, so it's going to be multiple stories for all y'all out there. So now, it feels almost like either you confide to this person about like maybe emotional disappointments that you've had in relationships or with other people, like disappointments in general, maybe in your spicy life, in your romantic life, etc. And it's almost like when you needed it most, they come in with a message. So I'm almost wondering, yeah, that's kind of the energy I'm getting. It's like, okay, let's say, maybe the two of you are friends, and you're like, oh, my ex, like, was super, you know, super selfish or whatever, and they never gave to me romantically or spicily, whatever. And then this person's like coming in there and is like trying to be cool with it, you know, like, oh, well, that's a real shame, you know, like they didn't know what they had when, you know, I feel like they're gonna like try and like throw game. Like they're gonna come in with like their like, you know, like, oh, well, you know, their loss, you know, kind of thing. It's like, you know, it feels very much like they'll take that opportunity to be like, well, that's a shame because you're very attractive, and, you know, if I were that ex, I would have treated you so well. I would have given you the world, like that kind of energy, you know? Like it feels very much like you may confide in somebody like, oh yeah, like my love life hasn't been great, or, you know, I've experienced a lot of disappointments in connections and, you know, whatever. And then it's like, this person just comes in and is just like, really? It almost feels like I'm now getting like the message where it's like, this person might even be like, so you're telling me you're single? Like maybe that's like even part of it, where it's like, the two of you might just be having a conversation and then it comes up like that you're single, or that you just left a relationship, or, you know, whatever. And then this person's like, I see that and I'm gonna take advantage. And not like in a bad way. Like it feels very much positive, like, you know, this person is just very attracted to you, very much wants to let you know how they feel about you. They want to tell you how attractive you are. They want to tell you what they think about you, and I think that they think that you're very attractive. And you also might have some sort of like intellectual connection with this person, like similarities even. Okay. Yeah, that's the energy I'm getting, because it feels like I feel like they're looking for an excuse, because like the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, those are the two fastest moving knights in the deck. So it's like this person, I feel like it's almost like you have to give them the ammunition and they'll just go for it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, like, oh, you know, like, I just can't seem to find any good guys out there. And then they're just like, really? And it's like they want to come in and be suave with it, you know? They want to be like you just have to say the right words to this person, and then they're gonna like step up to the plate. I feel like it's like you give them like just even like a small indication that like your love life hasn't been that great, or, you know, you haven't been able to find anybody to date, and this person's gonna be like, bet, like, let me come in, let me flirt with you, let me show you what it's like to be treated right. Like it literally feels like that kind of energy. Okay, so you might have a conversation with this person, and that's maybe how they turn this into the 3D, like they transition this out of their fantasies into the 3D through you being like, oh, I just broke up with my ex, he was, you know, doing yada yada yada, and then this person's gonna be like, oh, his loss then, or, you know, I can't find anybody to date. It seems like there's just no good people out there these days. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, I'm available if you're interested. You know, it's like, it feels like that very much. They're very attracted to you. So I feel like they'll let that be known. I like that. I actually really like that. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. So yeah, that's the reading. That's the spicy thoughts about you. And who's thinking spicy thoughts about you? That's them. I'm getting like 3 to 4 energies. So take it as it applies, or as best resonates for you. And that's what I'm getting for you guys. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me. And we could be a little bee family together. Alright, if you like my videos, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.